Wrong, wrong, wrong. They call me Mr. Wrong. I'm always getting things wrong. Last month, a friend of mine asked me to make the cake for his child's birthday party. Isn't it funny how the words marzipan and temazepam are so similar? You know, I think that's probably the quietest children's birthday party I've ever been to.
You know, many people, they underestimate me. Like this Mr. Mean. I loaned him some money, and he was holding out on me. I drove a truck through his kitchen window, and now, well, let's just say he's a bit more generous. It's all Facebook this, MySpace that these days. People are always going on about how they have 300 friends on Facebook or whatever. Yeah, of course you do. You know and regularly speak to 300 people, do you? I very much doubt it. More like you've added in 300 strangers, vague acquaintances and friends of friends in a desperate bid to make yourself look popular. It makes me sick.
I used to have these episodes. To be honest, they were all self-inflicted. I was off my face most of the time on gin, LSD, petrol even. The writers always scripted them as daydreams, but wow, this one time I dreamt I was a dragon, perched high on the ramparts of a castle, breathing fire on the peasants below. The police later informed me that I had climbed to the top shelf of the canned goods section in my local supermarket, and proceeded to projectile vomit on the hapless shoppers beneath me. Oh dear.
I had a bit of trouble with Mr. Funny once. He was cracking wise and trying to make me look like some kind of chump. Well, he ain't laughing now. I nailed his feet to a park bench and set his hat on fire. Suddenly, life ain't so funny.
Being nosy never really got me anywhere. When the police picked me up, I was carrying a night vision scope and a box of tissues. They didn't buy the story about my hobby of watching for owls that need their bottoms wiping, and now I have this handy little tag on my leg, which means I have to be home by 8 PM every night. I'm also not to go within 500 feet of Little Miss Shy.
Toilet attendants. Freshen up. That's what they always say. I've come in to use the toilet, and there they are, waiting. Given that I've more than likely been out drinking for several hours, what exactly do they intend to do that will freshen me up? It makes me sick. There was a situation with me and Little Miss Naughty. Well, let's just say she was doing some work for me, and I finds out she's keeping some of my money for herself, skimming something off the top. I filled her pet cat with concrete. Should think twice before being naughty again, that's for sure.
Then there was the time I thought I was a giant golden goose, swimming around in a huge lake of lemonade, and I was surrounded by the most beautiful little ducks. And then the most wonderful thing happened. I laid a giant golden egg. It was a wonderful experience. Of course, when I came to, I found myself being escorted away from the children's pool at my local swimming bath. Apparently I had fouled the water somehow.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams, yeah, he writes some good shows. Lost, Alias, Fringe. And when you've watched them, you can go online and read all the online viral stuff, find out secrets you might have missed whilst watching. But you know what, JJ? I don't wanna. I can't be bothered. Why not just put everything in the bloody show so I can see it without having to waste my own time sifting through various fake websites? It makes me sick. So, I needed a new bouncer for the club, and this guy, Mr. Bounce, shows up. He seems straight up at first, but then, all of a sudden, he starts bouncing around like some clown. I chained a pair of breeze blocks to his feet and, well, to be fair, that sort of fixed the problem.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. They call me Mr. Wrong. I'm always getting things wrong. If I do something, chances are it'll be wrong. And if something's wrong, chances are I'll probably do it. Some guys down the pub were talking about how they thought homosexuality was wrong the other day. Now, I don't know what homosexuality is exactly, but by thunder I'll give it a try.